I was a great, great, great wife. I ended a marriage with a wonderful man who was not for me anymore.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Like, if I could have been happy in my marriage, I would have stayed in that in a heartbeat.
Well, welcome back, guys. I got another video for you. Today, we're going to review this woman's videos and journey where she divorced her husband, decided to hit the streets, get on dating apps, and 2 years later, she's still sad about the divorce that she filed for. Let's get into it.
Divorce is really hard. I thought I could talk about this. I didn't realize how raw it was. And I did not expect fucking having a New York City office that I'm commuting into to stir up all of these feelings. I thought I was so past this. I moved out 2 years ago. You put together a life with someone, right? And you think you're going to be with them forever. And that's your plan. And you go into it fully, earnestly thinking you're going to be with them forever. And then you're not. No one gets married thinking they're going to get divorced. You know, right? What is it? Half of all marriages, or how many marriages actually end in divorce? So many, right? So it's almost rare that you want to be with someone forever. So if you have that, oh, that's so fucking awesome. If you don't have it, and you're fighting for it, and that you just can't get there, and then it ends, and then it just feels so awful. I'm I'm the one who ended it. This was my choice. I have this, in my apartment. This is all my stuff. This is my choice. You don't expect it to hurt 2 years later.
I guess dating as a divorced woman in your 50s was not as fun as you thought it would be. And I firmly believe the reason why this woman is crying 2 years later is because all of these guys were not giving her love, attention, care, and devotion as her husband was giving her. These guys are only pumping and dumping, nothing serious. Hooking up with a bunch of men left and right, even her next door neighbor.
And I got involved with my neighbor last year.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
And I did a series about it. It was one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I set up my profile on Tinder, because I'm classy.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
I went on a couple of dates, and maybe I don't even know how many at that point, but I'm fully on the app. Here's what you need to know about dating in our demographic. You've been warned. I've managed to collect enough dating stories that you would think that I dated for 20 years. I have a guy who the date had to get called short because he had gout. I have another guy who sustained a hip injury after sexy time. Another guy got a leg cramp and had to leave. I could go on. Again, the other advice was go younger. And I tried that for 5 minutes, and the first guy that I matched with immediately was like, oh, you were in high school before I was born.
My nigga.
And I was like, why would you say that to me? So I will continue to share these tragic tales along with various pieces of wisdom and advice as you enter into this era of your life or slowly come out the other side. I'm by no means a professional. I'm just a jackass.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So just letting you know what's out there. So stay tuned for the next story. There's a lot more.
Oh, I'm sure there is a lot more. There's a lot more juice as well. I'm sure every time she got hooked up with those guys, she got the butterfly, she got the excitement, everything that she was lacking in her marriage, because I firmly believe this woman got bored in her marriage.
This is day 4 of commuting as a divorced gal. I forget that commuting is really tiring. It felt really different to commute back and forth to the city and not to come home to my big ass house that I used to live in and to come home to my small apartment. Before, I used to get into my car and drive home to my house. My husband would be there and my son, and now it's my plants. I'm complaining, but it's ma'am, this is what did you think? You ended your 24-year marriage. You sold your 5-bedroom house. You sold your dream to try a whole new life.
Well, let me translate this for you. To live the Sex and the City lifestyle that my marriage has been depriving me from.
And I'm fully in that whole new life now. And even though I've been in it now for a couple of years, renting my apartment, it's still not adjusted. I used to have like cabinets where I would keep all of my napkins. Like I had napkins in every color and all the plates and all the silverware and all now I'm like, I don't know where anything is anymore, and I don't even own those things anymore. I have to just not care about those things now because I know they don't matter, but I'm not gonna lie, like it was really nice to be able to have people over and just to have everything like beautiful and perfect and matching and being able to go and sit outside in my backyard. Or now I don't have that. Now my kitchen is my living room and my living room is my kitchen. It's just room. Girl, you gave it up. Happy now?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And after riding the carousel for quite some time because she did not have her whole face when she was young because she got married young, now she wanted to do it in her 50s. And now that she got that out of her system, she is ready to settle down. So she found the love of her life, a man that she's really attracted to, and she wants to make this relationship work. Check this out.
So I'm actually in a relationship now. This is somebody who I know from college. It's long distance. So I live in New York. I have to fly to see him. But it's still early stage. It's a 2-hour flight to go see him, and it's pretty easy, same time zone. Curious to hear if you all have been in long distance relationships and what your experience has been, because and he's super private, so also, why are you dating me if you're that private? He knows that I have his TikTok. He knows all about it.
Well, if that man is a private man, then what in the hell is he doing in a relationship with a wacko who is not private, who is putting her life out there, even her sexual encounters on the internet?
I don't know. If you think it's a terrible idea, I probably don't want to hear that because I am invested in trying to make this work, and I think he's worth it. I'm staying at his place for the first time. It's long distance. We're having a great week. Perfect. Yesterday, I'm working from his house. He leaves to go into the office, leaves me alone, and I'm like a chaotic person.
I don't believe I heard you correctly.
Chaotic person. I have it together in a lot of ways, and then I'm just an agent of chaos, like a tornado, like Animal from the Muppets. Oh, and also he's super neat and structured. Why are you dating me? I am none of those things.
And if this guy is just as neat, as structured, and as well organized as she said that he is, just wait until this honeymoon period is over and this guy is gonna dump this woman. Just give it enough time for him to find out whom she really is, and this relationship is gonna go to hell. And I'm just gonna sit and wait for this woman to make another TikTok video saying that this long distance relationship with this wonderful man whom I have invested because I really like him did not work. And she's gonna say that it was his fault. And you know that women do this. They will always go back to the playbook. Guys, you cannot get in relationship with this type of women. These women are chaotic, emotionally damaged. They will bring you nothing but headache. You are the one who gives out relationships. So it will fall all on you. It will be your fault if you decide to give women like this one a shot in your life. You need to take the time in vetting women and pay very close attention to the answers they give you, because words mean things. Remember that. Watch your 6 at all times, and I'll see you next time.